Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Harlow. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I've seen you do interviews before, and I intentionally. I was thinking about. I try to intentionally do as little research as possible for some things because I don't want to be just like a regular like Steven Kraut. No offense to anyone who has interviewed you in the past or whatever, but like my stilo is much more just conversational, and I say faggot and I say bad, horrible things.
Totally same.
Right.
I love you.
I love you. I'm like, ow! Go buy my merch. Ow! Go buy my merch. Ow! Stupid fuck.
Hey, everybody. I love that so much. I could just watch that clip of you saying that on repeat.
Stupid fuck.
Stupid fuck. Everybody say hello to my bestie, the greatest person in the world, my hetero life mate, my wifey, Mr. Peter Feliciano.
Hello, boys and girls. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. It's so good to be back. And what did you put? Live and of color?
That's you. You're the of color. The color I am is just like translucent.
I was just thinking that I don't know if you want to do any intros first or whatever the fuck. I mean, you know, find me on this and that, locals and whatever the hell thing you.
Me or you?
Well, you.
Oh yeah, find me wherever you want to find me, but find him places too.
Find him in Florida.
No.
But I also was just thinking about like how that was. So, ladies and gentlemen, fans of the both of us, do you realize it's been 4 fucking years since that episode at the very beginning? 4 years since you and I have known each other.
I think it might be more. I think it might be 5.
You were only 19 when that first episode came out.
I love you.
No, it has been 4. Because think about it, like the pandemic is about to be 4 years old. Although it's still happening in New York.
Cats is 4 years ago, but we had done a couple episodes before that.
I think we'd only done 1. I could be wrong. Leah probably knows.
We did 2. We did the one in my living room.
No, that one. No. We did that one from that one was after Cats. Because I remember you had gone to New York or to San Francisco, I think for a walkaway event.
Yeah.
And some bald bitch screamed in your face or something. I can't remember.
By the way, sorry, parentheses, before we continue, most importantly, hi, all of our amazing, beautiful friends in the chat. Burner Popcorn, Maddie, Liz, Leah, Grady, Nicole, Sarah, Lime Lady, Millie, Cody Ghost, B, Kieran, Esteban, Trina, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really means a lot. This is going to be such a fun night. It's not like we have anything planned or topics or anything, but I missed my boy.
Yes. I missed you too, dear.
James, how you doing? Yeah, Screaming Bald Lady, remember?
I remember that.
Forget.
Was that a walkaway thing?
Yes. Oh, she was delightful. Well, wait a sec. Before we continue with everything, let me just say, for those of you who don't know, this is the last. As you can see, I have things packed up already. This is at least indefinitely, I would say, my last episode from New York. I'm taking off for Florida this weekend, kind of indefinitely. I have a one-way ticket. I have no idea what lays ahead. I have no idea what any long-term anything. I'm going to give it a shot and see if I like it. I have a friend, an amazing friend who's putting me up for a little while I apartment hunt. And I am scared shitless. So, but you did it. So
yeah, I think that's a good place to be, Papa. I think, you know, I'm the type of person when I look at certain things in my past where I'm like, I want to make sure everything is like, all the ducks are in a row and I have no loose ends and everything's going to work out fine. And the plan.
and I get so obsessed with the plan that I don't ever leap. And there's an element of freedom and openness of opportunities that comes when you just fucking say, fuck it, I'm going, and just leap. So good for you. Just jump, you know?
Yeah. Liz asked if my parents are coming, not for the time being. Hopefully they will be. It just, it was already too much to find a place not being there, let alone to find multiple places. So yeah, I'm going there to kind of scope it out and see different areas and hopefully I'll get through there. This is like just another thing though that's freaking me out. Like I've never lived far away from my dad or my parents. So like, right. I kind of feel like I'm, especially like I don't drive or anything. I feel like I'm being thrust into outer space and I'm scared.
Yeah. Maddie says, embrace the fear. Fear exists to be conquered. Exactly.
Oh,
and so you've never lived outside of New York?
Not long term. I lived in New Orleans for a month. I lived in Italy for a couple months traveling, but never like long term.
Right. Just to make sure you get all the malocchio off of you. Before you went to.
Oh, I need to do like 17 malocchios on myself.
Oh, I thought the malocchio was a bad thing.
Well, you kind of like if somebody puts a curse on you, that's the malocchio. They've given you the malocchio. It's like the overlooks, but you can do the prayer of the malocchio to remove the curse, which I need to. I have many hexes, let me tell you.
Do you say the overlooks?
Yeah, you know. See, we were just talking before, and I was like, "See, you're Puerto Rican. It's the same thing."
Not really. I mean, Mexicans do that. Mexicans do that Santeria fucking creep bullshit. But no, Puerto Ricans are. I mean, we're kind of Americanized by this point. Yeah, there's definitely some, you know, gru type of shit, but also it's more just like Catholics. That's what Puerto Ricans are.
Ooh, burner popcorn. I have to check this place out. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out St. Pete. That's apparently where I hear that's where it's at. Cody, are you going to get the McSpaghetti in Florida? It's the only place in the United States where you can get the McSpaghetti. I hope you're fucking with me. I hope he's fucking with me. He's fucking with me. He's joking. That's not a real thing. That's not a real thing.
I didn't. Although I honestly, I did not. I did not anticipate that you would be, or I forgot that you would be without Italian food. Italian
I can
food.
cook it at least.
Yeah, that's true.
I can make pizzas and stuff, you know, while I'm there. But
do y'all remember when little Mike Harlow made me and him lasagna on an episode of Conservatish? That was a good episode.
Came out really good.
Yeah.
But no, what I wanted to say is you made the move. Well, you did it multiple times, but you've escaped 2 blue city. Well, you escaped a blue city for a blue city, and then a blue city for a ish city.
yellow city. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how is that? Tell me. I need to learn from you.
The most important thing was to get out. I think in both instances. Like I chose what I thought would be the best place. I went and took a visit. I felt it out. I prayed. I meditated. I figured, you know, I'm like, okay, I think this is right. But more importantly than it being right is that where I'm at is wrong. You know what I mean? Can I stay where I am? No. So that kind of shortens the list. You know what I mean? It clarifies and just tells me like, okay, I don't care if it's like the perfect spot. I just need to get the fuck out, you know?
That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm it's another area that I'm staying in for a while and just gonna kind of go all over. Burner, thank you so much. DM'd me. I'm gonna look at those. Where did you send it? Grady says, Lime Lady, we should go down there and take Mikey on a ghost hunt. I've always wanted to go ghost hunting. So take me ghost hunting.
Well, you would need more than the malocchio, right? You need like garlic. I don't know what Italians do.
I can't decide if you would be into that or not. Like,
ghost?
I could see it going either way. Yeah, see, that's what I was going to say. I could see it going either way with you, though. I could see you being like, nope, fuck that. Or like, nope, fuck that. You know, different connotation there.
It's different.
I'm pouring myself a drink, by the way. Sorry, go on.
Do what you got to do. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be into that. I just feel like, yeah, I'm into some spiritual shit. The fuck was that noise? Literally, there was something in my apartment just now. It was a noise of some kind. I don't know.
You're questioning the
See?
malocchio.
I need to
You're
get the
questioning the
fucking.
spirits and the Santeria, and they
I
ain't
need
having
to.
none of that.
I need to get the sana corrita rana. So no, I'm into that spiritual level shit, but I also think a lot of it, I don't know, you know what? To take it a teensy bit political, I kind of fold it in with a couple of other. I just feel like why I'm already prone to, because I'm a human being, but also I'm a fucking alcoholic and I whatever, sober, but like, my type of person is very prone to anxiety already. So why would I argue for my limitations? Like, why would I argue for my fear already by setting myself up with that type of shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I fold it in intellectually with the same like black pill shit,
that makes sense. Aaron, hey, says, are you going to get your license? Yes, my friend that I'm staying with is going to teach me how to drive. Kieran is still here. He's going to have something to say about that because Kieran is having none of my driving already, which, I could be a perfectly fine driver. We don't know. I have not driven.
How could Kieran say that? He's an Englishman. English people don't drive.
Thank you. Or they drive on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, same thing.
Io non canto, ma scrivo. Grazie molto. Glad you're coming down to Florida. You won't regret it. Also, I hope you're getting great use out of the Golden Girls glass. I am. Thank you so much for it. I have it packed up now, or I would be drinking out of it. But that was so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. People are way too nice to me. You guys send me all kinds of amazing things. Also, oh my God, I just noticed Chris is here. Chris, I hope you're feeling better. Sarah, I hope you're feeling better. People have been just getting sick. I just got over. I freaking got sick. Everyone's been sick lately.
Not me.
Well, you're superhuman, my love.
I know that's true.
I finally got the COVID.
I don't even know if I've ever had it. I got tested twice and it was both times negative. And then I tried to get tested when I thought I had it. And, it was, remember the Omicron days where it was like an hour and a half waiting in line in the cold to find out if you have the thing? I was just like, fuck it, I'm staying home.
The only test I ever took was maybe a year or two after COVID when I had to carry you around after you got surgery on your arm. They made me go take a test.
Oh, remember you took care of me, cooked me a steak, and we watched Scream?
Which you'd never seen.
I had never seen it, no.
Oh, Sylvia, this is so sweet. Mikey just popped in to send some love to you. I'm sorry I can't hang, but you're on my mind. So glad to see you having some drinks. Thank you. Yes, I needed drinks. I'm finishing. Our beautiful friend Brian, the front porch conservative, sent me this bottle of pecan whiskey maybe like 6 months ago that I've been slowly sipping on. So I'm kind of finishing it now before I depart.
He would.
Yeah, he's
Brian pecan whiskey.
He is a fancy bitch. Also, hi, Dylan. Maddie, by the way, also parentheses, if you feel so inclined and helping me on my adventure, send in your super chats. Thank you, Maddie. Who is letting your ass behind the wheel of a car? I don't know. We'll see. Apparently, my friend and soon to be roommate.
And soon to be a hospital patient.
You are also presumptuous. I could be a good driver, I could be a good driver.
Have you ever driven before?
No.
Never.
Okay, when I went to Texas for Carrie's wedding, I was behind the wheel for maybe 30 seconds to a minute.
Who let you do that?
Her old co-host.
Oh, okay. Well,
I love how you sound shocked.
Were you just like in a parking lot or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with the cars, I mean, as much as anti AI as I am, like, hey, a lot of them self-driving motherfuckers, like maybe it'll make it easier for you.
Those freak me out, the self-driving ones. I don't know about self-driving cars. Those things freak me out.
A lot, but even you don't have to go full on Cruise because there's a company down here named Cruise, making part of the fucking World Economic Forum, Reich. But there's also like buttons that you can press that like parallel park for you and things like that. That
creeps me out.
Yeah.
Jacob asked, Mike, did you come to a definitive city, town, or just general area? Well, at first I'm going to be staying in the Orlando area, but I'm going to be looking in St. Pete because that seems like where. But I'm going to be going all over. So Let me know where I should go in Florida. Sunspot, who are these studs? Hello. It's mainly him, really. Come on.
I know.
Now.
Look at this face.
It's a beautiful face.
Oh.
B is amazing. B is the only person who has faith in me. I'm sure you will do fine driving, Mikey. I'm going to get that framed. I'm going to make that my desktop background. Thank you.
Here's what we need to do. We need to someone clip that, okay? And then we'll have the flash forward to Mikey in a hospital. I'm okay, you guys. Send in your super chats because the nurse is making me stop live stream.
Oh my God. Thin White Axe is here. How good to see you, my love. I've been writing reviews of every David Bowie album this month. Hell yes. And I'm doing Heathen tonight. Otherwise, I'd tune in. Good luck moving to Gatorland. That's way better. I would stick with Bowie. If you have not, you need to listen to No Doubt. I'm representing No Doubt tonight. They are making their comeback. Pete, you're making faces. Have you not listened to No Doubt?
Of course, listen. I'm older than you, okay, by 20 years.
Oh, I know.
You see how nice I am? See how fucking nice I am? No, I remember my first kiss. I was at this girl's. It was in 5th grade. I was at this girl's birthday party, and for her birthday party, we went to. We watched Spice World. Okay. Which is the Spice Girls movie.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
I know you weren't saying that for my benefit.
No, because you're like, who's Spice Girls? And I remember I was looking up. We were all in her room, like me and the dudes, like just kind of looking around, whatever. And then this girl comes in, and I know her name, but I won't. She had picked on me for 2 fucking years, right? Just like, like girl stuff, like pull your ear and be, whatever. She runs into the room, kisses me, and runs out. And I had been staring up at a No Doubt poster right before she kissed me.
Oh, they brought you luck.
Yeah, Gwen Stefani probably did. But she's a little, I don't know. She's a little fucking creepy though.
She's very plastic nowadays.
Yeah, she's a little, I'll sell my soul.
Oh, this is fun. Sorry, I just saw this. Millie, I have a Fortnite video clip that indicates Mike may be terrifying behind the wheel. Cody B hasn't seen you play Fortnite. Oh my God, Leah, just stay clear of Clearwater. You don't want those Scientologists stalking you. So here's the thing. My grandparents years ago used to live in Clearwater, and it was so nice. But the fucking Scientologists. And I don't know if you guys know, I am on like Scientologist most wanted list. I've been declared a suppressive person by them.
Nice.
So I feel like, but Clearwater is right next to St. Pete, that I'm like, is that too close for comfort?
Touche. I mean, but you've been living in Brooklyn or Queens or wherever the fuck. You've been living in New York for the last 19
there aren't Scientologists
years.
Here.
No, but no. But those people are out to kill you as well. So I mean, it kind of.
Yeah. By the way, listen to our beloved friend Cody Ghost and like the stream, everyone.
Yeah,
this is interesting. St. Pete is nice and quite gay. So I have 2 things. First of all, if that's true, like who's buying me a drink first? But second of all, hopefully it's not like the insufferable kind of gay where like, there's like Palm Beach gay where they're going to be wearing fucking thongs and their ass cheeks will be flapping.
Fire Island.
Oh, no, that's the worst. That's the worst.
I don't even know. Right. I've never been there, but I remember some dude, God bless his fucking heart. He's a nice guy, I guess. But like he came back.
Oh, that's bad. It's going to be something bad. What?
No, it's not even that bad. He just said like, yeah, like I just went there and I just disappeared for 2 days. Like it just feels like I'm just disappearing for 2 days. Yeah, seems a little gay.
Sorry, by the way, y'all, I'm a little bit behind on the chat. I'm catching up.
People are chatting too much. You guys talk too much.
No, they are the stars of this channel. They are Diana Ross. I am the Supremes. The chat is the real Christopher. I'm so happy to see you here. I had to do that testing thing in the cold. I was pissed. Yeah, it was horrible. Also, Tragic Kingdom, what an album. Okay, yes, completely, obviously. However, I knew.
God damn it!
What do you knew?
I remember you expressing this asinine opinion years ago, That's an insane. It's an insane opinion.
How do you know what I'm gonna say?
Because I fucking know what your goddamn opinion is. Tragic Kingdom is good, but the one where they're in the Astro living room or whatever the fuck is the. Yeah, what's wrong with you?
No. They are all okay. It is a trilogy. They are interlinked. It is a rock opera. There is a story connecting the songs. And yes, Tragic Kingdom, what an album. However, I have to also say Return of Saturn, what an album. And Rocksteady, what an album. Rocksteady is so underrated. It is so underrated. People don't grasp the greater purpose connecting the songs together. Also, hell yes, James Spice World is a great movie.
Like it's an opus of some fucking kind.
It is fucking running. Oh my God. Yes, it is. You're crazy. I'm going to drag you to go see their reunion, Pete. They better go on tour. They're doing one thing like in the fucking desert, and I don't need to be in the desert. But after that, I'm going to their tour.
I can't hate her, right? And here's why. Because she was probably up there within my first 4 crushes. You know what I mean?
Mine too.
So you have to kind of always, even though her jersey's hung up, you got to love her.
I don't know. We'll see. Dylan says, I want to be a suppressive person. Yes, everybody, please stay suppressive. How did you get onto the Scientologist blacklist? So I decided to fuck with them when they opened the Church of Scientology here. I was passing by. Because you see in Times Square, which by the way, Scientologists, they don't have, if you look at any Scientology church, it's empty inside. They just have buildings. They just collect real estate, but there's no one in the buildings. There's like a lady at the desk and that's it. So anyway, they opened this huge Scientology center in Times Square. This was years and years ago. So I'm passing there with my friend and I'm like, ooh, let's go fuck with them. So I went in and I pretended that I was missing my spaceship and I was convulsing and I was like, I'm covered in thetans. I'm an alien. So this bitch behind the desk chases me out because we ran out after that, runs after us with a camera in my face. And she's like trying to film it. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. Film me. So I'm like posing and shit for her. And she says to me, she goes, see you on the internet. I still have no idea what that meant. But the way that I found out that I was a suppressive person, so for years they've been saying that they're making a movie about my grandfather's life. And at one point, John Travolta was going to play him. So I was supposed to have a meeting with John Travolta. He wanted to go to lunch with me to hear stories about my grandfather or whatever. It got canceled very abruptly, like the day of. And I was talking to his person. I'm like, what the hell? They were like, well, John is a very devout Scientologist. And I was like, oh my God, I'm on their list. Like they had that from years and years prior. They had that shit marked down. Those people are crazy.
Good for you.
Stay suppressive, everybody.
Did I ever tell you my brush with Scientology?
You had a brush with Scientology?
I had a light brush, yes.
You got your light brush.
So I'm 17 years old. And me and this girl, I had just lost my virginity. This girl, God bless her heart, this 19-year-old, she robbed the cradle.
Is that the one where you...
in her butthole?
Yes, that's what
I put
trying to subtly say
inside of her butthole. But anyway, so we I was living at this place where I needed to get a job, otherwise I wasn't allowed to live there. And I hadn't gotten a job yet. And so, so she was like, well, you can come over to the place where I work and you can, put in an application. I was like, okay. So we go over to this. I mean, this has nothing to do with the story, but I'm going to say it anyway, because it's your show. We had gone over and had sex in a public bathroom. And as soon as we left, like literally as soon as we left the public, like 30 seconds, a minute later, a mom and her kids go into the fucking bathroom. It was cutting it fucking close. Anyway, so she takes me over to the place where she works, and it turns out to be a Church of Scientology. And she had been working there. And I was like, immediately I was like, I don't know if this is right. No. So they give me an application. I start filling out the application to just, be a front desk person or whatever. And on this application is like, you know, when she goes in, whatever, on this application is like, what illegal drugs, what street drugs have you done, with who, right? What's your mother's maiden name? Like, what kind, like they wanted some creepy details. And I was like, I don't, you know, and so I just crossed out a bunch, like I didn't answer whatever. And then I gave it to her, to the lady, and she's like, okay, you don't have to, it's okay. It's okay. And I was like, okay. And then they take me into the back, into a tiny little movie theater. Okay.
No, that's how they got you.
So they take me into a movie theater. Liz says, all because you fucked her. Yes. No. They take me into a movie theater and start playing me a movie about L. Ron Hubbard. And I start watching this movie and I'm just like, I'm getting even more and more creeped out, because it's like talking about how like he was like touched and he was special and he was gifted, and how the CIA was after him and this and that. And now that I know what I know, they probably were, God bless him, although he's probably CIA himself. And so I just got so creeped out that I was like, you know what? I just like snuck out this side door into the sunlight, like through the side. I just left the movie theater and like walked to the bus stop, like looking over my shoulder the whole time. And, and then eventually I got home, and later, you know, that girl who I'd been hooking up with was very upset with me. But yeah, that was my brush with Scientology.
So what happened with the girl after? Was that filming you like backed away slowly?
No. I mean, I was 17 years old. I didn't know no better. You know, shit. I think we may. I don't know if
he would join a cult just because of some bitch he's banging. He would.
Just a bit.
Be like, I know it's a cult, but you know,
just get what you want and leave the rest. You know, you're just like a smorgasbord. You come in, you get a blonde, and you leave. That's all. You just get.
Oh my God, you're
get
terrible.
A little. Why do I get around you in my? But I was just gonna say something filthy. I'll just reference it. I was gonna say wear an asshole like a ring, but I wasn't. I won't say that. That's what I was gonna say, like a little calamar, you know, on the end of your pinky. But you know,
you pig. Yeah, Maddie wants to. Where's Shelly Miscavige, Peter? Is that who you banged in the toilet? Where's Shelly?
I don't know who that is.
That's so the bitch, the fucker, the motherfucker who's like the head, the Jesus of Scientology. His wife has just been missing for like 15 years. And you know, when we say missing, we mean like missing. Like she's clearly no longer with us. And the LAPD covers for them. Like they bury any missing persons reports. Nobody has seen or heard from this chick 15 years. And they just pretend like that's not the case.
Was this in one of those? I bet you would have loved. Did you watch that documentary someone talked about? The
Leah Remini?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. I think that's got to be the best thing done on Scientology. Sorry, I'm trying to hit up all the super chats. I feel like I missed some. Christy. Oh my God, you're moving to Florida this weekend. How exciting. We've been waiting for you. Oh, thank you so much. Let's go protest at Clearwater. Yes. Can we please go anger the Scientologists? See, that's the thing. I swear all these Scientologist celebrities, they're blackmailing all of them because they make them do, what's it called? Not counsel. What's it called? The e-meters. Auditing. That's what they call it. Where they make them confess all their secrets to them, but they film it and keep records of it. So if you try to leave, they blackmail you. So all those fags like Tom Cruise and John Travolta, they know like all the guys they're banging and everything. So that's why they can never leave. But that shit don't work with people like us. Like we're fucking oversharers. We have our closets have no doors. It's just skeletons, you know, having brunch out in the open.
I literally just talked about the calamari. So like, I mean, you know, what are they gonna? But that's fucking Mossad does that shit. CIA does that shit. Epstein did that shit. I mean, I already said Mossad, but you know, this is, you know, it's 101. Get somebody.
Thank you so much, my beloved Sarah. I hope you're feeling better. Here's something to go to extra life insurance money to protect you from driving or the Scientologists.
Smart.
Oh, you guys are the best. That's hilarious. Yeah, if you guys have not seen Leah Remini's show, you need to. Am I moving to town? I'm gonna check get out. I'm gonna go look around a bunch of places. Pete, when are you better come visit me there. Or, you're in Texas, like we can meet in the middle. What's in the middle? Louisiana?
Georgia? Well,
Georgia?
no, maybe. Yeah, Austin. See, Texas is really fucking big. Austin is over towards Florida, the Florida side of Texas, but it's still, I think, about banging cults.
Peter series banging cults. Oh, I love you guys. Hey, Dan. Aw, glad to see you.
Aw, hi, Daniel. I just
Rhonda wants to become suppressive. Rhonda Santos. Sorry for your loss, Rhonda. It's all our loss. What a flop. Oh, hey, Ronnie. Everybody's here. I'm so honored. Thank you guys so much for showing up. It's been so long since the Simcast episode. Yeah, that was really fun, by the way. I want to do it again. Can I mention, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, a week from Friday, I'm going to be on motherfucking Timcast.
OMG.
What the hell? How crazy is that? So yeah, we'll see. Pete, we will see how that goes. You know what I'm saying.
I know. We're gonna wait until afterwards to drink the tea or spill the tea. I don't know how you guys say things.
Let me just say, join my locals. We will be,
Oh, shout out, by the way, to Hoops, to Hoops and Heartbreaks. What up,
Shayna?
John?
Tell Beckham we say hi. Oh, I love her. She's in California, I think. Cody says Peter is so spicy. Oh my god, I missed him. So did I.
Hearts.
Lindsay, that's exactly what I thought about Tom Cruise and John Travolta, and the main reason they're still in the church. Yeah, 100%. Well, did you hear about John Travolta with all the masseuses? He had fucking masseuses.
I think it's masseuse.
Masseuse? Are you serious?
No.
Oh.
God damn it, no.
Masseuses doesn't sound right. What would the right term be?
Massagers. I don't fucking know.
Well, he had masseuses. And apparently, John Travolta, the masseuses would be like in the bathrobes and shit, and John Travolta would try to like reach up under the masseuses and give him a little rub and tug. And some of the masseuses didn't like that shit. So they tried to sue him. And I think the Scientologists like took care of it or something. But anyway, some shit is going down with those people.
Here's my problem. Why in 2024 is coming out gay? Like, that's what your secret, like, you know what I'm saying? Like 20, 30 years ago. Okay. But like now
it could be worse. It could be, it's either the masseuses or it's, I don't know. Maybe they're banging like fucking Cocker Spaniels. I don't know. I mean, that would suck. Oh yeah, and Brandon will be on Timcast. Brandon is on Timcast on Thursday. I'm on a day and a week later.
Crazy.
And we need to get you on. That would be spicy. Okay, I'm just saying this here. This has to stay between. This is a space of honesty. This has to just stay between all of us. I'm a little bit scared he's going to eat me. I'm afraid that he's going to like hate me and scream at me and throw me off. But Pete, that would definitely happen too. No, I'm kidding. I feel like you could get along with it. You're better.
No, I could get along with it. I could get along with it because I'm a good communicator. So are you. But I think my focus, you speak to your strengths. His strength is being the
shut up, Pete.
Never mind. You're all right.
Wait,
I'll just say that my strength is culture. My strength is like I wouldn't be able to be fully myself and say the N-word as frequently as I want to on his show. You know what I'm saying? It would be very like, excuse me.
See, that's the good part of you coming on here. There's no excuse me. It's true with both of us. We are not excuse me type of people.
Because you're a nigger lover.
Disavow. He said the thing. Disavow. Everybody provide the timestamp right here for whoever 5 years from now wants to come after me. Just give them a timestamp.
I'm gonna have so much fun in the gulag. Do you understand how much fucking fun it? Oh my god!
It's like the fucking Trump conversion camps that we were promised, the gay conversion camps. I had big plans for. I was gonna be Daniel. You feel me? You would have been the mayor. We would have been co-mayors of the Trump conversion therapy concentration camps.
Just nothing but orgies on tarps.
Something. The gulag is going to be lit with Peter next week. Yeah. That's
of
why
course, of course, I do also have to throw in that, you know, that's if they, I made some joke about, like, I made some meme about me being arrested and being, you know, smiling big. And they're like, this follower of mine who I'm friends with, he's like, you're telling me that you're going to be taken alive? I'm like, good point. Good point. Good point.
We would be too loud. They would have to kill us.
I know, right?
B. Mikey, anyone that doesn't love you has major mental well, I promise you that's not true, B, but thank you so much. That means a lot.
Thank you. What did we talk about earlier?
I love you.
I love you too.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, it's just dealing with a lot lately that I feel like lately I've just been realizing, like, I just have the greatest friends in the entire world. You guys, chat guys, you motherfucker. Like, I'm very grateful.
Well, you deserve it.
Not to be all emo, but
no, it's true. Fuck that. I'm sidestepping you for a second. I'm wrangling this show. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys give this motherfucker a lot of love, and he does, and that's good. But I want you, if you're listening right now, anytime Mike says something negative about himself, to just say something positive, because I have this problem too, and I've slowly corrected it, or tried to anyway. But see, that's me doing it again towards myself. But it's when I say something negative about myself, it gets easier and easier to do it. When in reality, like, we all know this motherfucker, or at least maybe you don't, but I actually know this motherfucker. I know what kind of a friend he is. I know what kind of a good person he is. He's not just an online character to me. He's been there for me. I've been there for him. That's what friends do. And I love him, and I'm grateful to have him in my life. And so anytime he says something like, oh, I'm this, I'm not, I get that, like, I rag on him for, forget he's going to be a murderer behind the wheel. But besides that, anytime I hear him say something mean about himself, I'm like, cocksucker, be nice. So help this motherfucker out with that, please. Anyway, you can have your show back now.
No, have it. I love you. You're the greatest.
I love you too.
Thank you. Take the show. Take it. Talk.
A calamari.
See, that's what I was telling him before, is that, like, he's not a metagon, because Puerto Rican and Italian, we're both loud and ignorant. It's the same thing.
Same pipes on the cars.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I've been thinking about you so much lately, though, that I'm just trying to channel you, how strong you were with not one move but two moves, that I'm like, okay, Pete did that, I can do this shit.
Yeah, it was difficult, but it was also, I asked for a lot of help, you know what I mean? And I got it,
Oh, you guys in the chat are so sweet. Like,
tell him.
I'm overrated. I promise you, I'm overrated.
See? I'm fucking dunking on your stupid ass. All the homies in the chat.
Mikey, before I met you, I thought I was going insane, and that no other gay thought like me. Knowing that I wasn't alone was huge. Oh, I love you, Maddie. Mike had my heart just from hearing him speak once. He's the real deal. You guys are way too... I'm overrated. I'm a fan of you, Mikey. I hate most New Yorkers in Florida, but you're going to be a notable exception. I'm not going to be one of those. I'm going to be like, keep Florida fucking free. Oh my God. Daniel moved 3 times. I know. Like, he moved states too. We got to talk soon, bitch. Moved over 1,000. Holy shit. No parks. So Liz, years ago, I said I had a park date once or twice, and Liz hates park dates. She is like, don't go on park dates. Park dates are horrible. So yeah, I guess I can't go on park dates anymore.
Wait, were you talking about cruising?
No, oh my God. I'm talking about walking around a park talking with someone. Jesus.
All right.
Dirty mind.
Well, you could talk with someone and also, if it's late at night.
You're terrible.
Dan knows what I'm talking about. Hey.
Oh my God. I've met Mike. He's even more charming, friendly, and awesome in person. He's also a great hugger. He nearly knocked me off my feet when he ran up. But whatever. You guys, whatever. Oh, that's funny. Everyone thought I was a liberal because of my Washington plates. First thing I did was register my car. Jacob said, did you know Cody is racing in Daytona Camelot in 2 weeks? So, oh my God, no, I gotta hit him up and go. I have to introduce you to Camelot/Cody. You guys would really like each other.
Okay.
He's awesome. He's a YouTuber. Oh, I missed a super chat apparently. I'm sorry. Let me find it.
Stop ruining everything.
Whatever. It said, Mike, you missed IO super chat. What's IO? Oh, Io non canta. I got you. Sorry. Thank you so much, my love. With you moving to Florida, there's a chance I could hire you for 2 of Hearts when it goes to production. You'd be ideal for the hairstyle. Thank you. Well, I mean, I only can do this beautiful bald bastard's hair, but thank you. So what I wanted to ask you, my beloved, you're happy that you moved? You left me here. See, this is the thing. And everyone knows this is true. It has all been downhill since you fucking left me here. It has all been downhill without you, motherfucker.
First things first. No, it has not. Okay. New York has been in a free fall since.
Oh, no, I just meant my life.
Oh, okay. No, and plus you've had nice things. I've seen some things that are nice. You're going on fucking Timcast. Things are nice for you. You're doing online things and you're doing the things and the. But yes, I left. Okay. I'm very happy that I moved for many reasons, but the main one is that and it kind of umbrellas everything. I needed to do something nice for myself. I was sick of being treated like I was a piece of shit for being in New York. In New York, just like I knew from San Francisco, there's an air of oppression. And the oppression is everybody's in your ass and also making believe that they're not in your ass. They're like, you better all agree with us the same things. You better not. Oh, someone's shitting and killing somebody on a fucking train. You better not disagree with that. You have to let that happen. Otherwise, you're an evil white supremacist. So I was sick of that. And I was like, all right, you know what? New York doesn't want to be done with its bullshit character defects. Cool. Suck my dick. Fuck off. I'm doing my own thing. And ever since being in Austin, people actually mind their fucking business here. Really? Like what New York used to be known for. Yeah. When you're not, why want in your ass, Peter? Jesus Christ. I'm not a piece of meat, Liz. Okay. But I mean, I'm kind of a piece of meat. But I just needed to be in a place where people minded their own business. And that's what happens outside of New York and San Francisco. You go outside of those places and you're like, all of a sudden the energy is just like, oh, everybody's just doing their life and they don't give a fuck how you vote. And it's just like, everyone's chill.
I cannot wait for politics to be an irrelevant thing in my life. I'm so over politics. I can't take anymore. I know some of you in the chat, Cody and Millie, I know you guys agree with me on that. I can't take any more politics. But here's the thing in New York. I don't know if you or Dan, I don't know if you guys agree with me on this. But the thing is, when people think about the things that have made New York go to shit, like the homelessness, the migrants, the crime, it's not even that. That's what I tell people. Yes, those things are real. It's not that. It is not that. I'll tell you what it is. I saw a video recently on Twitter, maybe like a couple weeks ago. It showed Times Square, New Year's Eve, the ball dropping in the year 2000, and it showed it this year. And in 2000, everyone's happy, everyone's lively, full of life. And then it shows 2024, and everyone's looking down, and everyone's on their phone, and everyone's robotic, and maybe they have their little New Year's kiss, which is robotic, and everyone is miserable. It's just, and I'm like, that's what's changed about the city. That's what it is. It's not the crime. It's not the homelessness. It's that. It's everyone is hating life.
You're right. The quality of life goes down.
It's
The
gotten
price,
grim.
the quality of life goes down. The price does not match that. Like if New York was like Kentucky prices because it's a ghetto, that would be one thing. It's the fact that it's tech nerd pieces of shit who move in, who come from somewhere else and are just like, yeah, I'm willing to pay this exorbitant amount of fucking money for living.
That's the thing. I was fucking born here. It's been invaded by these people.
Yes.
It's been infected.
White liberals are the devil. I keep fucking saying it.
That's so true. Little Ragamuffin is here.
Hey,
beautiful. Oh, this is so true. Having fun is a political revolution. Remember when they said laughing was a dog whistle of the alt-right? They did.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's such an insightful little grasshopper. I need to just quote you when I go on Timcast. Also, Jacob, yes, I am so down to go see Camelot Cody. Oh, Leah, you guys are way too nice to me. Mike is Sidney Prescott. Life is his ghost face. Each subsequent sequel wants to keep trying to knock him on his ass. But he's fierce and powerful and perseverant. And I'll always went, oh, I love you. And Cody's that. And Sidney Prescott doesn't negative self-talk. She's a badass. You're a sexy badass, Cody. And you are a Nostradamus of a badass. You are should listen to you in the future, badass. Hey, Jersey. Yes, in the tri-state area, you get same or less for more money. Not worth it.
Nope.
Yeah. That's the thing. Everything is so expensive here. People keep telling me how expensive Florida is, and I'm like, even if it's expensive for people who are from there, for me, it's gonna seem like,
And this is the thing. Because I felt that same thing when I sit down with Austinites who've been here for longer than 10 years. They're like, oh, the city's so different. Oh, it's such a blue city. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I win. Okay. I everywhere I've had to hop from Tarzan Vine, trans Tarzan Vine to trans Tarzan Vine. It's nowhere near. And as I told people who were like, oh, don't Californicate our state, don't New Yorkify our state. I'm like, I'm bringing reinforcements, motherfucker. Austin, just like Texas, just like Florida, are at a crossroads, just like we all are. If we can keep our state chill, New York can't touch me. You know what I mean? I don't care.
I just wanted to say, Liz, we love you so much. Thank you for being here. Have a great night.
Ta-ta.
Yeah, it's the same thing. And also listen to Lil Ragamuffin. Smash the like. Also, Lil Ragamuffin, I know, is a No Doubt fan. So back me up on this, lady. That was a very delayed reaction. However,
Lil Ragamuffin, don't speak. I know just what you're saying.
So please stop explaining. That's so good. My God, I don't know if it's because I've had a little drinky drink or what, but who I don't know. Maybe I'm just, the weather sucks here. Maybe I'm very pale and tomatoey right now that who I look like? I look like motherfucking Stewart. Do you remember Stewart?
I remember Stewart. Yes.
I look like fucking Stewart right now.
No, you do have a bit of a rosy cheek. That looks
rosacea.
No, that's probably from the booze. That's probably from the pecan.
I had this much, and I'm like, I'm such a.
Yeah, you're a lightweight.
I know.
Well, you weigh 4 pounds, dear.
Oh, thank you. I've been in my fat Elvis era. I gained a bit of weight. I'm a No Doubt fan too, Mikey. We've that in common. Yes. Esteban, sing along when I'm there. Let me say, by the way, all these people in the chat who are saying that they're from Florida, hit me up because I have I'm staying with a friend. And I don't know anyone there, so I need friends. So let's hang out. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Hit me up and let's hang out in Florida. What were you saying, Pete?
Did I meet that dude? I think
Esteban?
you didn't you do a live Central Park meetup with some people? Maybe I didn't meet that. Okay.
Not him. He lives in Florida.
Sorry, Esteban.
I hung out with him when he was in New York with his fiance, Jason.
All Spanish people look alike to me. That's why.
Rhonda says, I like No Doubt too. I'm all about Tragic Kingdom, but their later stuff is nice too. Whoa. Their later stuff is not nice.
I can't believe I can't believe it.
No. Tragic Kingdom, masterpiece. Return of Saturn, masterpiece.
Okay.
Rocksteady, masterpiece. Even Everything in Time, the B-side collection, masterpiece. However, their last album, the reunion album from 2012, Push and Shove, not a masterpiece. So, like, mid-later, No Doubt, yes. Late, No Doubt, no. Hopefully they'll make another album and can make one more masterpiece.
Okay, I'll say this, and I'll push back on that. I mean, I only know that one song. And the feeling hella good, so let's just keep on dancing. Listen. Yes, we know how it goes. Here's what I'm saying. I have a problem with it, not because it's different than their earlier shit, but because it feels contrived that it's different from their earlier shit. It feels like that was put on purpose in order to get fans. I don't mind an artist authentically changing genre or changing instruments or changing whatever. I have a problem with a motherfucker going, oh, this will make more fans go blah blah. And so I
No. They recorded the album in Jamaica. They went to the places. They got like local musicians to play on the album. Have you never seen the Rocksteady live tour? Oh my God, Pete.
I'm going to vomit into your face.
You want to go to see them in the desert for my birthday? They're playing on my birthday in the desert. But here's the thing. Tickets are like, well, they started at 500 when they went on sale. They're now
This is what I'm saying. That's an extension of the animus that I'm talking about, that I am criticizing.
It's called Coachella. I don't know what a Coachella is. It's like,
no, don't go to Coachella. What the fuck is?
Can you tell me about the Coachella? I don't understand.
It's a fucking festival. It's a place for 17-year-old white girls to fucking
take
their tits out and get drunk. Right, with rich parents to take their tits out and do fucking drugs in public. That's all it is.
Out for No Doubt.
It's the same thing as Pride. That's all Coachella is. What Pride has become is what Coachella is what Burning Man is what whatever. Look at me, man. Everything revolves around me.
I would pay that. I would pay that to go see No Doubt. But the thing is, they don't let you enter or leave the same day. So you have to camp there in a car, which is more money.
Mm-hmm.
I will, if somebody wants to do it with me, it's on my birthday. If somebody wants to do the Coachella, I will fly there. I will pay just to see No Doubt, because I saw them one time when I was 14 and I never thought I would see them again. I never thought they would get back together.
Don't be an enabler. Oh my God.
So I'm so down for whoever wants to. Never occurred to me to compare Coachella to Pride, but yeah, that's on point, including the music. The rest of the music, I don't give a fuck about. I just want to see No Doubt. The other people sound horrible.
I'm the greatest of all time.
Why do I have rosacea right now?
Well, no, I don't think you have rosacea. I think you just are a little sloshed. That's all. Not sloshed, but kind of sloshed.
Ramiro, first of all, I love you, Ramiro. Second of all, will we get to see Mike's Coachella outfit? Gays managed to be sluttier than the white girls in these things. Well, somebody go with me to Coachella. I'll be slutty at Coachella. I got no problem with that.
But then you mix, here's what it is too, and then you have the slutty outfit, but then you are without a shower in the heat for 10 hours. You know, things get crusty sometimes. That's all I'm saying. Imagine if you need to.
I don't get crusty.
Imagine if you need to take a shit at a festival, bro. Come on, waiting in line, getting into the porta potty.
You hold it. You hold it. I'm drinking the last of Brian, the Front Porch Conservatives pecan whiskey.
Pecan whiskey.
And I've had about that much, and I look like this. Jesus.
That boy probably brewed it himself.
Oh, hey, drop your X handles, and I will follow you follow you Floridians. I'm typing mine right now, not Mike Harlow.
Oh, do I have one? Yes, I have one.
You have one, Petey.
At
His is below.
Rule
By the way,
60.
parentheses. You guys, listen to me on one thing. This motherfucker, he is not only the greatest motherfucker in the world. He is not only the greatest friend in the world. Objectively, let's say we weren't friends and we didn't know each other. He is so talented and so wonderful. So follow the links below. Hit his YouTube, hit his Instagram. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God. We have a surprise. We have a surprise. We have
We
a
do?
surprise.
What?
I'm going to be even more rosacea now than I already am. We have a surprise.
Okay.
This is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, surprise special guest, Miss Carrie Smith.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Hecka.
I love you.
Hello, Peter.
Hello, Carrie. Good to see you, dear.
Hi. I
Look
thought
at
I
your
was.
new studio.
Yes. I don't quite have the camera that I want yet in the setup, but the studio is great. It's really great to be organized. I thought I would tune in and say hello on your last New York stream because I had a few moments before I have to cook. I have to go cook bison burgers. We have a friend coming over to stay with us.
Look how excited everyone is to see you here. Every
Aw.
comment.
Well, I tuned in to hear you guys talking about porta potties, and I was like, maybe I'm not going to join.
Carrie, you
Listen.
used to do comedy.
That is nowhere near as bad as it's gotten on this show. I mean, this is Peter Feliciano and Michael Harlow that you were talking
Yes,
about.
this is
Michael
true.
W. Harlow.
Hello, Peter Feliciano. It's good to see you.
You too. How is your husband is incredibly talented musician as
Oh,
well.
Thank you. Well, you guys got to jam, which is still one of my favorite. That'll always be one of my favorite Thanksgiving memories. Peter came over to my house for Thanksgiving, not this past year, but the year before, and then they jammed, and he did Alice in Chains, The Rooster. I mean, they did many things, but that one really tickled Anthony and myself. But it was so much fun.
Yeah,
Like,
that was great.
yeah.
Sorry, parentheses. I just say, Brian, we've been talking about you because before I depart, I'm finishing the pecan whiskey you got me. So thank you.
Hey,
Grifty
Brian.
is here. You guys are the sweetest. Everybody is here, and that's amazing. I'm sorry, Carrie, I cut you off.
No.
Continue.
Are we talking about you moving to Florida? I'm very excited for you.
I'm scared shitless.
That's okay. It's hard to sometimes tell the difference between being excited and being scared. They kind of go hand in hand.
Because different things that have gone to, I hadn't really considered or processed like a long-term move there. So our friend Carrie is putting me up for a bit while I look at places. So I just have a one-way ticket and 2-3 suitcases and throwing stuff in storage in the meantime. And I have no idea what's going to happen. If that's like long-term, short-term, if I'm going to come running back here crying, I have no clue.
What did you tell him, Peter?
Many things. But one of the things that just came to mind is that that's a good place to be. You know what I mean? Is in the perfect window of, I'm pretty sure I might die. That's where you go forward. Because playing it safe is how a lot of people play it, and they play it small and they stay stuck and stagnant. And that's you deserve. I will say it again, whether you like it or not, you deserve to be happy, Michael.
Yeah. You have to take risks. I completely agree with Peter. Most people do play it safe and they're unhappy and they always wonder what if. You don't want to get to the end of life and wonder what if. It's much better to say, hey, I tried XYZ, X failed, Y worked, Z failed, but you tried them and you got somewhere because of trying. And so, yeah, take the risk.
I think my dad said to me the other night, I think I just needed to hear this, even though it's not something that I'm going to like take him up on. I just needed to hear it, that he was like, look, you go there for however long, you go there for a week, a month, forever, however long you want. And if you don't like it, you pack your bags and come back here and I'll help you find an apartment. And so I feel like I just needed to hear that. Like, okay, if for some reason I hate it, You know, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I felt the same thing before I moved to Austin. I was like, it didn't feel like going to New York felt right. Going to New York was like, I'm going to follow my dreams. I'm going to do music and it's going to be amazing. And I'm ready for the New Yorkness of it all. And then the pandemic happened, obviously, and couldn't perform, couldn't do this, couldn't do that. And Austin didn't feel that way. I went and visited Austin. I was like, yeah, it's nice, but like, I'm not getting this like buzz, this sparkle feeling. But I was like, you know what? I need to get out of New York, so I don't care. And then I came and moved to Austin, and it grew on me slowly. And I was just so grateful to be out of the oppressive energy of New York. And so it might come slowly, but I needed to tell myself that same thing of like, I don't know if it's going to be a week. I don't know if it's going to be for the rest of my life. I just know that where I'm at is not right. And I need to, kind of trust God about it,
Yeah.
Yes. And also, once you got here, you may not have felt that spark that you're talking about, but I noticed you just through social media branching out and becoming really rugged. And weren't you working on a farm?
Peter?
Yes.
Oh my God. He's done so much. I feel like actually, I hadn't really considered this because I was just saying to you today how amazingly you're doing. And I hadn't thought of it until you just said that, Carrie, that it has been since you've moved to Austin that you're doing like 10 times what you were doing before.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, my Instagram reflects that, even though I'm shadow banned and all that stuff, but my Instagram reflects that. The fact that it's taken me, I've made some songs, but I haven't seriously pursued music since the pandemic. I was performing weekly in the Bay Area, and I hated it because it was 2-3 hours of cover songs at wine bars, and I just it was so taxing on my soul.
My husband knows about that. Yes.
Yep. And then I moved to New York, and I thought it was going to be great, and then it wasn't. And it wasn't New York anymore, and I didn't know that before I moved there. And then I moved to Austin, and now a year and a half in, I'm like, this year I'm going to be writing, recording, and releasing an album. And I feel actually ready for it rather than trying to force it. I'm not trying to whatever. I'm like, this is an avenue that I don't feel jaded in or stagnant anymore. I'm ready to flower with it, as corny as that sounds. And Austin was a huge part of that.
I love that. That makes me happy.
Yeah. I
think that you get something, well, even though you say New York wasn't New York anymore when you moved there, even back when New York was New York, you and Anthony, my husband, probably have a lot in common, because he talks about, he lived there for a while and it was just this rat race, and he wasn't creatively inspired. He was inspired to hustle, the way he describes it, and compete, but it wasn't an overall like creative, like positive experience for him. The scene, what was a positive experience for him was teaching music, going and playing music for Alzheimer patients. He had that, taught him a lot, but that wasn't the rat race part of the music industry there. But yeah, Texas is chill. It's like, I know Austin's a little bit different flavor than where I'm at, but it's pretty chill. At least the part of the music scene here that I've seen, the part that he plays in, it's sort of, it's more relaxed. There's not this competitive drive. I'm sure there's more of that in Austin proper, but it's more creative, I would say, in some ways. And then you get all this real life stuff too. I mean, like today, our friend came over, and then finally we got 2 chandeliers installed. We drilled a hole through this wall and put an Ethernet cord through to my husband's studio, just taking care of home renovation projects and hanging out with church people and, my friend at the coffee shop and everybody here has they do like real life stuff, they have chickens and goats, and they know how to do things. And I don't know. I think the point being, Mikey, I think you might find more of that kind of community maybe in Florida, like real life stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's just been none of that here. Yeah, Jersey. I live 20 minutes from NYC, and I hate being in the concrete jungle. Hey, Jeremy, glad you're here. Austin strikes me as being the best of both worlds. You get the culture and art. I agree, an art of the blue states, but it's a red state, so you get all the guns and freedom as well.
Yeah, and they can't
Brian said,
dehumanize conservatives as easily. Yeah.
Brian said, "Listen to me, Harlow. You are not coming back to New York. You're going to Florida. Be successful. If you go to New York, after talking about how you wanted to leave, I will drive up to New York and kick your arse." Love you, Brian.
Thank you for not cussing, Brian.
He's a classy guy.
He is a classy guy. Look at that hat.
And the pecan whiskey.
Oh, it's so good. I need to, Brian, you got to tell me where you got this so I can get more when I am in Florida. This is the end of it. I've been drinking this for like, when did you send it to me? Like 6 months ago. See, I'm a lightweight. I'm a little blushy and stuff now. I look like fucking Stewart because from like one drink, but it's the end of the pecan whiskey. It's the end of New York. It's the end of many things, the end of an era.
There's an old kind of spiritual axiom that an old mentor of mine used to talk about, like, and I've had this reflected in relationships as an example, where like, I'm in an unhappy relationship or an unhappy job or an unhappy situation, and it sucks, but I'd rather stay in the discomfort because what if over there sucks worse?
Yes.
Right. So, but overcoming inertia is the goal. Once I get started, once I move, it's easier to move. And then you go over there and you're like, oh, why was I hanging on to that awful relation? Why was I hanging on to that awful job? You know, same thing.
I think you and I may have also talked about this before, Peter, or if not, I've talked about something similar with other people. That's a lesson I had to learn several times until I understood it. But that thing you're talking about where you stay in something that you're unhappy with out of fear of the unknown, and what's in the unknown, I don't know, but I know this, even though I don't like it, I know what it is. So I'm going to stay here. And people do that. That's a human thing to learn how to get over that. Some people never learn how to get over that and move into the unknown on things. It's that safety and what I'm familiar with, even if I don't like it. Job, relationship, as you said, state that you live in, situation. So you're doing something cool, Mikey.
Very true.
Jump into the unknown and see what's there.
Kind of is this. Wow, I really hadn't thought of that. But it's like you allow a city to abuse the shit out of you because you feel like there's nowhere else. And you allow someone in a relationship to abuse the shit out of you because you think there's no one else.
Yeah. And you romanticize the fantasy of part of what I did. Oh, New York is so,
what it could have been, what it could have been used to be. Wow.
Yeah,
you're blowing my mind.
Concrete jungle. If you can make it here, you can make it. It ain't 1962 no more, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta pay attention to what's actually happening,
Yeah. I learned that with a relationship and with a job, a couple of jobs. Like I had to learn that over and over. A romantic relationship, also a friend relationship. There were several times God or the universe, however you like to think of it, was trying to teach me that lesson. God is how I think of it. God was trying to teach me that. And I was dense. I needed to learn it several times where it's like, oh, and now when I get to one of those crossroads and there's this unknown and this opportunity or this thing, or just something bad that I need to leave, I try and notice it now and say, oh, okay, I can't stay in this thing out of fear. Right. I have to be because also what I found out is after I became a Christian, I would pray for God to change the situation. Like there was one job I was working that was terrible. And it was great for a while until the owners there found out that I didn't vote for Beto. And then it was awful. And I was praying for a new job opportunity, but I wasn't like getting off my butt yet to look for one. And then I think God of the universe, God is like, okay, I've given you a chance to do something about it. You're praying for the situation to change, but you're not making any movements. So I'm going to have them fire you now. It's like, and now you have to. It's like that's happened so many times. If you desire to get out of it, but you're not doing it on your own, like, oh man, the universe is going to give you an opportunity, and it might be more painful than if you had just done it on your own.
Right. It's like, oh, God, give me direction, and then everything gets really uncomfortable in this one spot. And I don't see that as the direction that God's giving me of like, hey, over here is no good. Go this way instead. I'm like,
Yes.
no, just keep pushing my head up against this brick wall, you know?
Yes. Yes. Oh, same thing with the toxic relationship, by the way. I was dating this one guy. It was not good. And this is before I quit drinking. We were both alcoholics, and he was a serial cheater. And I just stayed in it though, because I knew it, but I was like wanting out of it, but not doing anything about it. And then things just got worse to where I had to. It had to get to the point where I finally would move, and say, you know what? Get out of my house.
Like, it's amazing you did that though, and didn't just settle for the bare minimum, or
you're at that moment, Mikey, like maybe all of these things have happened because you're supposed to branch out there and go to another state. And so I'm not saying all these terrible things have happened just because of Mikey, but God's ways are mysterious. And one of the outcomes of New York becoming unlivable is now you're forced to go out there and try a different state.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, can I also just say, not to get too woo-woo, but what did I say a few minutes ago? That you deserve, this is an element. Moving away from New York was an element, not just of me doing what's right for my spirit and my career and my, wallet and my this and my that. It also was an element of realizing, oh, I don't deserve to be treated like I'm subhuman. Oh, I do deserve love and connection. And so being kind to myself was an element of, acting like it, moving.
Yes.
Yeah. God, I've never thought of this. You guys are blowing my mind. I've just never made the connection before of thinking in terms of like a city with a relationship, but it's so true. It's so similar. Just accepting the bare minimum, accepting from a city, but also a person, allowing someone to say the most horrible things in the world to you, allowing someone to just treat you like shit, and just sticking around because it's too scary to go somewhere else. It's too scary to just be on my own. It's too, but it's not.
Right.
It's not. You have to jump into the unknown. And the way I think about now, I think you have to do it regardless of what your belief system is, right? So I would give the same advice to a non-believer, a Christian, or any type of faith. But being a Christian, I like to think of it. Yes, I'm jumping into the unknown each time you decide to get off your butt and do something about a bad situation or a bad whatever. But with God, I have a bungee cord at least.
Right.
That's why I'm like, oh, okay, yes, I'm jumping into the unknown, but I'm not alone. Or use whatever analogy you want. I'm jumping tandem with a parachute tandem.
Right.
So
and if this is one of the great because there's many benefits of the pandemic, of living through the mandates in New York. There are many benefits.
What?
Here's the biggest one for me.
You guys are blowing my mind today.
Here's the biggest one. Here's the biggest benefit of the mandates in New York for me is that I learned I can never be bought. Never. I've lived through some crazy shit. Oh, you wanna rattle your little, oh, we're gonna do this. Go ahead, bitch. Go ahead. I wish you would. Because if you think I'm ever gonna be manipulated easily ever again, you're out of your fucking mind, right?
Yes.
So that was an element. There's a positive thing. I can take that lesson, that life lesson, and now apply it to a city that doesn't want to mandate injected chemicals into my body. And surprise, surprise. Oh, now I get to live a little looser and a little lighter.
Yes. Another silver lining is we learned stuff about people, individuals that we knew and people in general. And I learned how many people, some individuals I knew and people in general, how many people are the good Germans who will go along with anything if it's
everyone here
pitched in the right way. And how many people secretly, now some of the people who went along with all that stuff, they were doing it out of fear. and they're just moving with the crowd. But some percentage of those people who went along with it loved it. Their like inner authoritarian was activated, and they loved the rules and and we all ran into those kind of people during the COVID years, the ones who enjoyed enforcing mandates. So I learned a lot about humanity, and I'm glad for that, because I thought I had already woken up, but I wasn't. My eyes were wide open for that, and I wasn't that aware of how many people are compliant. Right. So I'm glad for that lesson. I sometimes look around now. Let me tell you, when I was at the airport, I never wore the mask, and there were many times I was like the only person. I would put it on. I would have a bandana around my neck during security line. When I got to go through security, I'd put it up as I walked through, take it down immediately, walk through the whole airport without it. Every once in a while, I'd see another unmasked person. It's like, yes, like we'd see each other and be like, yeah, and you have this moment, or we'd talk or something. But now, here's a weird thing. Now, when I go through airports, I sometimes miss being able to see all of that with my own eyes, and to see who I don't trust. And now, I didn't know why those people are complying. Is it out of fear? Is it because they love it? Why? Are they just misinformed? I don't know why. But man, I kind of enjoyed that being pointed out for me visually at that time. And now when I walk through the airport, I kind of look at people just sort of like, I bet you were fucking wearing one, like,
Let me tell you what Carrie used to do. Like, because we were in a couple of airports together in 2020. And for me, like, the only time I would comply with the stupid masks was on a plane, because I was like, what else are you going to do? And they like, I would try to, because I couldn't breathe with the fucking thing on, and it's like, it would slip here for 2 seconds, and they would know. They'd be like, your mask needs to be above your nose. But Carrie was the biggest badass I know. She'd, on a plane, like, have it around her neck or whatever, and they'd be like, your mask needs to be above your nose. So Carrie would be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And go like this. I'd be like, no, it needs to be under your nose. She'd be like, oh, okay.
We had this one back and forth. It was like who's on first. The flight attendants, I kept moving it, and they kept going, no, up, no, down, up. But the thing is, with my facial expression was like, I was confused. Yeah. And they brought over 2 more flight attendants, and they were like, we don't want to. I was like, can you do it? And they were like, we don't want to touch it for you. You keep missing. No, you keep missing it's the nose and the mouth. And then I was like, I think mine is broken. And then they gave me Beautiful. But that was the one that sucked, though, because that was the only time. After that, they really did keep their eyes on me the whole time. So that was the only flight where I really had to have it on. But I was at every other flight I was on, and it was Delta. Every other flight I was on, if I sat in coach, they didn't. I mean, maybe I was lucky, but I would just put it up there when I saw a flight attendant come by, and then I would take it down. And I had water and snacks. I had my whole system. And part of the reason, it wasn't just a soul thing, a psychological thing. Like, I don't want this boot on my neck. And I'm not going to comply, and if I can get away with it, I'm not going to. It wasn't just that; it was also physically. When I put it on, like that one flight where I couldn't get away with it at the end, I couldn't breathe in it. I was one of these people who was having kind of not a panic attack, but my body was physiologically responding as if I couldn't get enough air. I never got used to it like some people, because I never wore it. So it's like, you're making me wear this in this confined space, and I'm like hyperventilating. What's wrong with you people? So
can I also just say that an element of the moving thing for me, and I think there's still some spiritual work, just to open the kimono a little bit with you. There's still some spiritual work I need to do around it, but the grieving process of not being able to change their minds was heavy with me, because part of the reason I continued to invest my time and energy and effort in New York to try to wake people up wasn't just that I had a big spirit. It was also that I wanted to save these people. And some people don't want to be saved. And I had to learn that kind of lesson of, in certain spiritual circles, releasing with love. Like, I needed to be like, oh, they deserve the respect which sounds messed up, but of me allowing them to stay sick and small. They deserve.
Oh yes.
If I demand the respect for my spiritual decisions and my life choices, then I need to allow them to be insane. But I don't need to stick around while they're doing it. I can take my energy out and go somewhere else.
I completely agree with you, Peter. And I the distinction I would draw is, I remember one time coming out of an event where masks here in Texas were not enforced, and so almost none of us were wearing them, but it was in the height of COVID. And one of the other sort of anti-mask people that was there, as we came out, there were some people walking by on the town square wearing masks, and she started yelling at them. She was like, you could take that off. You're outside. And I just felt like, if you believe in freedom of choice, like I do, when it comes to wearing this thing, then leave them alone. Let them do it. Right. You're not going to change their mind by screaming at them. That's what they do to us. And they scream at us to wear it. So why do that? I never did that kind of stuff. I just would, chose what I was willing to do and not do. And I had fun with it too. I would go into the one of the funniest, two quick funny stories. One was this fancy restaurant Anthony took me to for date night. It was a sushi place, and they did the stupid thing where at the door they tell you have to wear a mask to walk to the table, but once you get to the table, take it off, which is ridiculous. The whole dining room is maskless because they're all eating, and you're walking past them with a mask on. So we get to the door, and they say this: you have to wear a mask. We have some here, and I brought this black. What do you call it? It's not. I always forget the word. It's a. People use it in shooting. It's not No, it's not baklava, but it's basically you can cover your whole face with it. You can see through it.
Mesh?
Yes.
I had a fake mask made of mesh.
This is a balaclava. So it looks like a black bag, like when terrorists put black bags over people's heads. So they said, you got to put your mask on. So I put it over my whole head. So I look like I'm being interrogated by terrorists, and I can barely see. And Anthony has to guide me through the restaurant, through all the tables of people eating. And they were like, we have one of these. You can wear one of these. And I was like, no, thank you. I feel safer in this.
Yes.
And then because I wanted to make a mockery of it and have fun with it. And hopefully all of those people, and whenever I would do stuff like this that made me laugh, there would always be some people laughing who got it. And so that was one of the funny ones. And yeah, that one, can I tell you, do you have time? One more quick funny one. I don't know if you've heard this one, Peter. There was a coffee shop I used to love. They had great coffee. And on my Saturday job, it was on my route to work. And so, but they were in Austin, and they were super masked. They were the types who they loved enforcing it. They were little tyrants. And so I would go in there, and I would wear the mask, and I would get my car. I would wear different mask each time, different hat, whatever. You could barely just see my eyes. I would pay for my coffee, and then I would take the mask off. And the first time I did that, as soon as I take it off, they're like, put your mask back on. And I was like, no, thanks. I'm not in your religion. I'm not wearing this face covering. I already paid for my coffee. I'm leaving anyway. And they're like, you are banned. You're never come back in here. Right. So a couple weeks later, I went back in there with a different kind of mask and a different hat, ordered the coffee, paid for it, tipped. I would tip them too, because I liked the coffee, and then took it off. And they're like, it's you. And this happened. I did this like 3 or 4 times. And then towards the end, I was like going to start wearing a wig. I thought that would be funny. But then they lifted their mask thing. And actually at the end, after Austin had stopped being so crazy and they had lifted their mask thing, I went in there and talked to that barista. I was like, hey, and I ordered a coffee or whatever. I was like, hey, do you remember me? I was the one that would always take my mask off. And he was like, yes. And I said, and we had a good conversation, actually. It was weird. It was kind of funny. I was like, I just want you to know, it wasn't about you personally. It was about your establishment and the rules that you seem to enjoy enforcing. But we talked about it. It was funny. Anyway. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with story time. But there were things during those years that were crazy.
Right.
And I don't think we've processed it all.
Well, of course we haven't processed it all, but I mean, like, this is we need to like, you know, not forgive. That's not where I'm going. But like there you can we're if we maintain our spiritual health, and that's mental health, emotional health, God health, whatever. If we maintain our spiritual health, we can learn lessons without having to be punitive of ourselves or others. There is a balance there where, like, you know, sometimes I remember a year and a half ago, I made an episode where I was saying, you know, essentially defending the vaccinated, but like where I needed to delineate for my fans and followers. I'm not saying pro-mandate people, nor am I saying that I'm saying there are levels to this shit. I'm saying someone who got vaccinated in May or March of 2021 is not a piece of, right. But that's what I mean.
I know you're going to say the opposite. Yeah. I felt that way too. I take it back.
I'm saying I felt that way too, because I conflated those people with pro-mandate people, but someone who didn't know any better and thought that they were doing the right thing and now is terrified for their child's life.
I think that's different though.
It is different. What I'm talking about specifically and trying to break down is that I needed to do it for myself, not to let them off the hook, to continue to point to, hey, you got duped. Don't let that happen again. But also allow them to have a spiritual or mental, emotional home with me so that we can all move forward together. So we can take the winners out of that group and say, hey, come with us, stop voting Democrat, right? But like, you have a home here, not, oh, you made a mistake in March of 2021. Let's beat the shit out of you for, even though you're in pain right now, scared for your life.
I'll say, I feel like there's a little bit of a difference between people who thought it was the right thing at the time and made a mistake and acknowledge it now. There's a difference between that and people who were like, well, sucks for you. I'm getting the vaccine and going to carry on with my life, even though I know it's bullshit. Sucks 100%. For you that you're going to use your life. I really don't have respect for those people. I don't. And I feel like I've tried to extend too much grace to those people that I'm like, no, those are still fucking marioles. I don't know how to say it in English, but that's what they will turn out to be.
Right. And when I was in New York, that's the exact same feeling. And again, I'm not saying amnesty. I'm saying we have a big road ahead of us. And if we don't allow people who made a mistake and now know better into our home too, we don't allow them a place at our table, we're going to be real alone.
Wait, sorry, parentheses, a few things. I have to hit up a couple chats. By the way, send us your super chats. They will go to the Mike Not Being Homeless Foundation in Florida. Mike Not Living in a Pond with Gators Foundation. A couple chats I want to hit up. Mike asked how quitting vaping is coming along. It's gone along. This is a fake vape. This is a vape, if you will. It's just flavored air. I, for some reason, still have these on my desk, but I was sick the last couple of weeks. So I even quit nicotine mints. They're still here for some reason, but I'm not using them. So all I have is my little minty air, which I'd even stopped doing that. I just kind of picked it up the last few days because I've been stressed. Christy says they're going to meet up with me. Hell yeah. Anybody in Florida, let's be friends. Let's meet up. I know almost nobody. Jacob wants me to be matchmaker. Who the fuck am I going to be matchmaker to? I can't be matchmaker for myself. You want me to be matchmaker? Well, I am good at setting other people up. I have like a 100% success rate for setting people. I am awesome at setting people up. It's like, you know how they say those who can't do teach? It's like those who can't do shit for themselves can do shit for others. So I will set you up with whoever you would like me to set you up with, Jacob. I'm going to start thinking about that.
Okay, guys, I have to go start the bison burgers because my husband's on the way home. But if you're still streaming when I'm done, I'll pop back in. I don't know how long you're going, but I'll see how. I'll leave you guys playing in the background.
Oh, love you so much.
Yeah, it's really good to see you.
Sorry, I popped in and out so fast, but
no, thank you for being here. It's so good to see you. I love you, Carrie.
I love you. What were you going to ask, Peter?
No, I was just going to say hi to Anthony.
Yes,
I will. Yes. Okay.
I am going to have him play some music for me. Maybe have him on the album. I'd like that a lot.
I would love that. Also, he's got these new Texas hats. I want to give you one. So we have to see each other.
I want Texas hat. Yeah. Carrie, we're going to have to either meet up in No, I think what we need to do, we all need to meet up in Texas and we all need to meet up in Florida.
I can do both. I like both. Okay.
I love you so much, Carrie.
Okay, bye guys.
Here, we love you.
Bye.
Aw, it's good to see her.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so happy. Like, all my freaking besties are here. This is the greatest night ever.
See?
I love
you ask for help and the help shows up. You dumb motherfucker. No, I'm just
you. You're the best. Have you been to Florida? I feel like I've never heard any Florida stories.
Yeah, no, I went to online college during the pandemic for audio production.
That doesn't count. What, the online college was based in Florida and you went online?
Can I finish my sentence?
Finish your sentence.
Fucking Carrie, who's the Bradshaw, whoever the fuck you are. See, I know gay shit. You're such a Samantha. No, I am kind of a Samantha. But what was I saying? Oh, that's where my college was based, and I went down there twice in Orlando, once to go to a conference and once to graduate. So I've been there. Oh, and I have family. Yeah, exactly, Dylan. Full Sail. And then, that was Orlando. And then I have family because all Puerto Ricans from New York, all New Yorkers retire to Florida. They're on the Space Coast area over on the east, but like south of Orlando and east. So I have some family over there. I've visited them a couple of times.
Well, you better come visit me.
I might.
You better. Maddie says he's becoming a Miranda, and hopefully it's original series Miranda and just like that Miranda, because that's the worst.
How is I shouldn't even ask. How is the and just like that? I thought that was just in general.
Back, motherfucker. Okay, we need to settle this right now. The season premiere of And Just Like That season 3. You need to come on and watch it with me.
Oh, God damn it. Why do you do this to me? Do you understand? I love being your friend, but sometimes it's difficult when it comes to shit like this. What did you make me watch? You made me watch Rent, you fucking heartless human being.
Let me say too, I have to fix. So like for some reason the audio got a little fucked up. But I can fix it. It's fixable. It just takes a lot of time. So I have to finish working on it because there's like a lost video of ours. That I made him watch the movie Sex and the City 2, where they go to the Middle East. So I really need to like fix it and get it out there because that was a chore. Those bitches have to hide in a cave in the Middle East wearing burqas and escape.
Esteban says Peter has been to Florida. I do remember chatting with him to meet up, but it didn't get to happen. I remember that. Now I feel
he's
like
a busy bitch. I'm not. I am, free as a bird. The Villages. I only want to be a Miranda if it comes with a Steve. Steve is a pussy. Well, you know what? Better than the alternative, I suppose. Even though Steve is kind of a pussy.
I felt like
Che Diaz apparently got canned, but I'll believe it when I see it. I don't know. Oh, Peter, if you thought Sex and the City 2 was bad, you have to see And Just Like That. I texted him, by the way, the night that I have to find the text. I texted him the night that I watched the first episode of And Just Like That, because it was right after we watched Sex and the City 2. And I was like, holy shit, they killed Mr. Big. What the fuck? What the fuck? And he was like, I don't care. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I can only handle so much gayness. I can't.
No, the original series is beautiful. The original series was so good, but they ruined it. Oh my God. Parentheses. Cody, you could never be a they them. Mikey, have you watched The Traitors? I am obsessed with The Traitors. So I've not seen the Australian one. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. I watched the first UK season, and the American ones are my favorite because I have a couple friends that were on some of these shows. So I'm kind of friends with a couple people who are on the current season of The Traitors, Janelle and Parvati and Dan, who are like all the people that I love on it. It's so good. You have to watch The Traitors. It's this like murder mystery reality show.
No. No.
The show is like crack. Thursday is the next episode. I can't wait. I gotta watch the Australian one. That sounds so on brand for Peter, though. Love it.
The Traitors. Oh, you mean
no? What did you say before?
I was gonna go for another joke. I can't remember what the fucking joke was. Oh well.
We haven't seen the second UK one yet.
All right. I am getting tired, my love.
Though. Yeah, I was gonna say this was amazing. I feel so much better about life after tonight. I was gonna say moving in Florida, but I just feel this is amazing.
Let this be a life lesson that not only will people who are solid, like Carrie and I, continue to be solid, but ask for help and the help shows up. You know what I mean? Like, I know part of what I needed when I was moving was like reassurance that people were there. You know what I mean? And one of the hardest lessons that I had to learn was like, be a friend. Okay, well, what do friends do? They reach out, they say hi, and you do that. But like, just like, hey, can I talk for a second? People won't be like, oh, you're a burden. No, bro. Like, that hasn't been not when I asked like you or, I've called you around girl shit, or around like moving shit, or around whatever. I've just been like, I need somebody to connect with about this. And people show up,
So crazy too. I feel like a lot of times, like your friends, like people like you are like the mirror that you see yourself in, whether that's something you like or don't like. That, like, for example, like, talking to you or talking to some of our friends in the chat, it's like you kind of, it's nice that you see how other people see you, and you're like, I don't have to tolerate horribleness,
Yes.
Like, I'm worth more than that.
Yes. I want to fucking tattoo that on your arm.
I love you. You're the best.
I mean, and by the way, part of the reason why I'm passionate about that is because I have a hard time doing that too.
You do not.
I am so fucking hard on myself. Way too hard on myself. And so I
You're Mr. Zen.
Say that to other people so that I can try to, put it in myself as well.
You're all Zen though.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You are like fucking Buddha. You are like the most
because I'm bald.
Centered. I don't mean bald, that too, but no, you're like the most with it together spiritual sort of person that I know. You and Carrie.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't have, mistakes or, have issues with it. It's like, that's why I get reminders when I tell other people. It's like, oh, I should do that same thing that I just told someone else to do. Okay, all right. I guess I'll be nice to myself.
I feel like you're more evolved with that than the average person.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Fuck it. You're right. I am. See,
you are.
I'm taking the nice thing you said about me and I'm allowing it into my body instead of.
And you tell me I don't tolerate nice things.
See,
terrible.
Exactly.
Well, we should wrap up in a little bit. So if anybody has any final super chats, send them in our way. Help me be a better grifter. Also, you better not be here without subscribing to this beautiful man's stuff. All his stuff is below. His YouTube, his Instagrams, his Twitters.
If you don't do it, I'm Puerto Rican, so if you don't subscribe to me, you're racist.
Oh my God, look who is in the chat. My dad.
Oh my God.
Leah, you are wonderful. Thanks for those kind words to Michael. What did Leah say? Must have been a while ago.
What about the nice things I said, Herb?
Yeah, Dad, what about the nice things Peter said?
Come on, musician to musician, bro. Where's the love?
Oh, I love
remember
you,
that?
Dad.
Remember that dinner we all got? That was a great dinner.
Thanksgiving or my birthday?
That was good. Both. I meant when we went to the restaurant, we had a nice dinner with everybody.
I think that was my birthday with Johnny. We got to do a stream with Johnny soon.
Yes, that'd be great.
Aw, Mikey, you're the most beautiful and kind. So whatever. Fake news. You just are only the best. Millie says we love Herb. Leah is wonderful. Yes, she is. Grady says, hey, Mike's dad, welcome. Hi, Mike's dad. Yeah, that was my birthday around here. Thanksgiving, I cooked for us.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. I miss you being here. We have to be in the same state soon.
Well, I mean, go get situated in Florida, and then come to Austin. Let's go shoot guns and eat barbecue.
It's not just driving. I've never shot a gun before.
I'll tell you this. God, please.
Oh boy, here it comes.
No. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Pray for me, ladies and gentlemen. Here it comes. If you come to Austin, I will let you drive us around. I will help you learn how to drive.
I never thought this day would come.
And I will video it so that, not just so that there's content for our fans, but also so that there's a record for the for the medical examiner. That's the black box. Yeah.
Peter will help you lose your gun virginity. Wholesome Street, you deserve it.
Wait, you still haven't shot a gun?
No, I just told you no.
Of course we need to shoot guns. Are you out of your mind?
We'll drive and shoot guns. Brian, thank you, my love, said, okay, here's to the I don't want to hitchhike to Florida and be killed by a psychopath fun. Thank you. Aw, you guys are the best. Millie, I've been following Mike for almost a year now. We've only known each other a year? That's insane. I thought it was way longer. Well, I've never shot a gun. James, I've never shot a gun before because they don't let you here. I applied for a firearm license because I had a stalker who was sending dead animals to my door, and like you need a reason here, and they said that's not enough of a reason. So they don't let you do shit here. Aw, Jersey, thank you so much. Best of luck on your trip to Florida. I'm sure you're gonna love it there. Oh, thank you so much. Unless this was a fever dream. I remember we used to make little cooking videos. Yeah, I'm gonna do more of those as soon as I get to Florida. It's just, my apartment here is like falling apart and shit. So I have been waiting. Oh my god, Dylan, I thought I knew you way longer too. Pete, we're the only ones who go way back.
Yeah, run and tell him. Oh, somebody said, well, the reason why I reached out to you was because you were a walkaway dude, and I had just moved to New York, and I'm like, I had been following you, and then you said like that you were in New York and walkaway. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me hit this guy up. And even though I was so unfamous, I was like, you obliged.
I'm unfamous too. First of all, as soon as I saw the name of your show, Conservatish, I was like, that's me. That's me. That's me. I was like, that's genius. Oh, also, my dad says, sorry, Pete, I joined the chat late, so I missed a lot. Also, all your friends and fans of Mike and Peter, I love you guys. Oh,
we love you more, Herb.
That's going to be the hardest part. Like, I know it's only temporary while I apartment hunt and stuff, but like, my dad is my best friend, and like, I've never lived far away from it. That's the thing I think that scares me the most, is like living in a different state, even for a little while, for my dad. But we'll see. I feel you guys are the best. I feel very ready and capable of doing this now after tonight.
Yeah, you are. And you don't know what you're capable of until you try. If you had to have it all on paper before you take that leap, a lot of people don't do that. Once you get out there, all of a sudden, not burning the boats, but there's an element of burning the boats that is really applicable there. Where
burning the boats?
Yeah, you never heard that story?
Is that a saying?
Yeah, I think it was who was the guy? Front Porch Conservative. Brian, you were there. Because he's old. I'm kidding, Brian. I love you. But there's what was that story? It was the motherfucker from Spain. Who was it? Come on, somebody in the chat. They burned the boats in order to make sure that because they all came into, I think it was Mexico, and that they came into the Aztec area, and they wanted to like, oh, we might turn back, blah, blah, blah. And so the captain burned the boats so that they had no choice but to go forward. Come on. Nobody's got it.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm so tired right now. Oh, there we go. Cortez. Thank you, Brian.
You can fuck all right off, Feliciano.
We finally got Brian to say half of a cuss word.
Wow.
You know I'm kidding, right? Yeah,
Columbus
so
the one who
it was
burned?
Cortez. Cortez burned the boats to make sure that his troops stayed in Mexico rather than going back to, I think it was Spain. So, yeah.
Oh
No,
my
not
God.
Columbus, Grady.
This is funny. Wait, I have to find. Sorry, real quick. We're wrap up in a minute. This is funny. I feel stupid even putting this on the screen because I'm so overrated. But this is sweet, Grady. Everyone, before Mike wraps up, what's your favorite memory of Mike? Mike's dad. We love you too, Herb.
I think my favorite was when I got surgery. Well, we've had a lot of good ones. But one of the first one that comes to mind is what we talked about earlier when I got surgery and you were like, yeah, I'll be there. And you even got a shitty ass COVID test in order to prove to the white liberals at the hospital in New York that you were safe to come pick me up in an Uber and go watch me for a few hours while I detoxed off of the pain meds. It was great. Thank you.
You're the best. I started talking to Mike in summer 2021 after Dr. Potato screamed at me for sending a kind tweet to Mike. Him holding a frying pan over his junk. Pansexual.
Oh my God.
The pepperonis. Oh my God. Best Mike memory. I still have that quote of Mike saying someone can call you a racist 100 times, but that doesn't make you a racist. My favorite memory is when he was blonde. I'm too old to be blonde anymore. That has to be outlawed. That like
when you played guitar in Sum 41.
And my face was like the singer's just
smushed.
He's so cute. He's so cute.
He looks like who's the kid with the cartoon tiger? The kid and the guy, Calvin and Hobbes. He looks like whichever one is the kid.
Yeah. He looks like someone just took his face and went, he's so hot. Like he driving with a firearm. Watch out.
So down.
Love the GOP debates and just like that recaps. I'm very excited for season 3. That now that I'm gonna bully him onto coming.
Such horseshit.
Meeting him in Orlando. I wish I knew you better than Brian and we could have hung out more. Mike at a party or any get-together is a load of fun. That's not true. I'm overrated. Tell me this is not freezing right now at the very end.
It's not freezing for me. I'm still.
Am I frozen?
You're frozen.
Okay, vamp for 2 seconds. I'm reloading it. Peter, tell them where to find you.
And ladies and gentlemen, now that I have finally freedom on this channel, it's time for the races to be separated.
Don't say the N-word. Don't say the
Oh my God, I'm by myself. Hi, everybody. You can you can find me at Peter_Feliciano on Instagram. I have 24.6 thousand followers because I'm famous there. I am also on Twitter at Rule62Peter. And I'm on YouTube and I'm on Rumble. And I'll be at the KKK rally. Just
disavow. What did I miss? Were there lots of N-words?
I just said where people can find me.
Well, you guys better find him everywhere. Pete, I love you so much. You are the greatest friend in the world, and I am so lucky.
Love you very much.
Jersey says, Peter. I agree completely.
Me.
You guys are the best. This was amazing. Like this is not been the greatest last week, and I feel like a different person now. Like I feel very ready to do everything.
Michael Anthony, what up?
Michael Anthony, you said we are your favorite troublemakers. Here you are, late to the party, but sending good vibes and best wishes to you.
Go check out Michael Anthony's channel too. Good.
Yeah,
dude.
do it. I'm gonna subscribe right after.
Very, very funny. Very funny, dude. He literally superimposes Klaus Schwab onto his face. It's creepy, but it's very funny and very, very poignant.
Thank you, Brian. Bon voyage, Mikey. You got this. Go forth and grow as a person.
Amen.
You guys are the best. Petey, what have you got coming up on the Conservatish?
Well, I just released an episode last week.
I know who you don't have coming up on it.
I know, right? That's just for me and him. We're not going to talk shit about that person. Except for in private. But last week I had an episode called When Is It Time for War? I had a few people reach out to me and send me a message like, it's getting so crazy. When is it time for war? Blah, 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 blah. And so I was like, you know what? Let's have a conversation. And the conversation, it was live, and I'm going to go live because more of my followers are like, you need to do more live streams because you people are mean to me and make me do things.
What do you mean, you people?
Browns. No, I don't know what gays. I don't know what the fuck. But Browns and Gays, the show. That should be the live stream show of when you and I get together. And so I decided to do an episode talking about it. And yeah, mostly it's around the topic of defining war, because I think it's really easy. I'll just say this, and I'm going to tweet about it as well. But remember in Game of Thrones, remember the Battle of the Bastards, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but I'll talk a little bit about it. Remember Jon Snow is there, and they're talking about the tactics of the upcoming battle. And they told Jon Snow, you have to not charge in first. You have to let Ramsay, the bad guy, come after you first, right? Because that's the way. Otherwise, you're going to go forward, that you're going to charge in too early, and then you're going to hit with a pincer move where you move forward. I know this is getting very straight, everybody, but just ride with me. You need to move forward.
We have straights here.
You move forward too quick, and then Ramsay's army will come around and do a pincer move and get you on both sides and fuck your shit up. And that's exactly what happened, because even though Jon Snow wanted to let Ramsay make the first move, Ramsay goaded him, tricked him, trapped him into moving forward too quick, right? What lesson can we learn from that, conservatives, anti-government people? What lesson can we learn? That's what we learned with January 6th. One of the many lessons, wasn't it? Let your enemy show their fucking colors. Don't get duped. Don't get psyoped into doing some January 6th shit when it's a lot easier to just, I don't know, pray, buy chickens, get guns, and wait for the dumb cunts to come to you. Because the reality is many things, but the reality is they don't have enough SWAT teams for 331 million of us, bro. Don't get duped into fucking Battle of the Bastards. Don't fucking get duped. Watch my show. Love y'all very much.
Watch his show. Carrie says, you guys are too funny. You're too funny. We'd love you, Carrie. This was the greatest stream ever. I owe you guys so much, and I love you guys so much. And we are going to be doing so many more videos, and I am not doubling down. I'm quadrupling down on this shit. Like, politics is miserable, so we're going to have fun with shit on this channel and on his channel, because he makes fun things that are fun as well.
Oh, and I'm making music too. So if you want to help me, go listen to my album that I released in 2019. It's on Spotify and iTunes. And also, if you want to help out, you can just Venmo me, or you can go online to peterfeliciano.com and buy some merch. There's going to be more merch coming. Love you all very much.
Do it. I'm taking my merch with me to Florida. I'm going to wear it all over there. The Eat a Dick Liberal Karen shirt, which I think this was a limited edition, but I still have my Fuck You Peter Feliciano shirt.
Yes, sir.
You guys are the greatest. I'm so excited for Florida, Mikey. Enjoy the night, guys. Love you, chat. I love you, chat, so much. And I love you, Mr. Edgar. Peter Edgar Feliciano.
I love you too, Michael W. Harlow.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank you guys in the chat so much. Thank you guys. You're just the great. I know I'm very overrated from the shit you guys say, but I am so grateful, and I love you guys so much.
Oh, last thing. When you go on Timcast, be yourself. You are the reason why. See all these motherfuckers in the chat who like, we love Mikey. Do you know why? it wasn't because you put on the character of someone else. It was because you were yourself. So do that. And then the Timcast people who want authenticity will go, ooh, who's this? Who's this gay Sum 41 fan who's talking all kinds of shit about the government and, you know, and Scream movies? Be yourself. Be yourself.
We will see how it goes. Nice seeing you on stream. Good night, everybody. We love you, Trina. We love you, B. It's an awesome stream. I'm glad you're feeling better about moving. Now you've got this, Mikey. I love you. We love you, Cody. Great seeing everyone come together and chat. You guys are the greatest. So yes, we will have. I'll figure out when, but I will do. You know, maybe in like a week or something. Like first Florida stream. So hope everybody will come around, subscribe to this wonderful man. Petey,
yes,
I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Privilege. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.